Hello and welcome to Cadenza. I'll start today by stating the obvious. We are all persons of a certain age. No matter what the age is at the moment, you are who you are. Your genetic code is already written, and the map of your life was set the moment you popped out. The biological map, anyhow. You can try to fight your age, or you can embrace every moment you experience as a piece of the valuable and unique tapestry that is your one and only existence. I'm not saying you should give it up or try not to look and feel your best and be healthy and all that. I'm saying the battle to present yourself as something you aren't or that you can't maintain will not likely end well. We all end in the end, and that's why they call it that, the end. So keeping the notion of the end in mind, we are also frequently told that we should live in the now because that is all we have. And the past is behind us, and there are no guarantees for anything beyond today because, the aforementioned end. It is not something to fear, rather it's something to provide perspective. What will you do with your time? How will you ensure that you will be able to do the time in the best way possible, and so on? People have asked me if, given the chance, would you ever go back in time in my life, and if so, when would that be? My answer is fairly consistent after a moment or two, and I think no, I would not go back. There is no age I'd like to revisit lest I change something that alters my current path. I mean, everyone along every path will encounter joys and hardships. A desire to change your past carries with it a sort of silly notion that the change you make will make everything you currently experience better. You can do the same thing by playing the lottery. My life would be so much better if I had $1 million. Would it? Different circumstances, different problems. The only constant in all of these things is you. You are still the you are, and you would probably still approach things the way you do. So, as far as we know, we can't go back. Those parts and pieces have already been written. But you don't need to be bound to your past or the mistakes you might have made, or learning experiences, as we might call them. As long as you learn from your experiences, both joyous and unpleasant, and do better things with that knowledge today. And thinking of youth, I'm not sure it is a benefit or a curse, but surely an attribute of youth is the notion that you are somewhat invulnerable and endlessly resilient, and that you will be able to conquer whatever comes your way because that's what your brain thinks. The world is yours. Do with it what you will. I'm not smart enough to prove it scientifically either way, but it aligns with a lot of what I've seen and experienced. That youthful energy and resiliency can make one more impulsive, more reactionary, more in the moment because that's what they know. If the older or more experienced set seeks to recapture something from their youth, it is likely a bit of that carefree energy, that sense of invulnerability that supports the notion that it's okay to just do something impulsively without it ruining your life. What makes that hard is the knowledge we have gained from dealing with our actions, and despite knowing that we can't know what the future holds for any decision, we can't help but think more strategically, more economically, more cautiously, and so on. I wrote today's song in 1992 as an ode to the notion of young love. Many people find love when they are young, and that feeds them for a lifetime, others less so. But it is a thing. And it's that carefree nature, the call of desire, and the notion that everything will be great all the time that makes the young mind do the things it does. Is that enviable? Maybe. I still play the song now and then. I've made a very bad recording of it a long time ago, and I might try to record it again at some point. How I play it has changed over the years, but the theme remains the same. Here's a look at what it's like to be young and brave and in love. They're introduced by mutual friends and spend a minute or two sizing each other up. She's told he's cute, he's heard she's a babe, and other crucial details that lead to fixing them up. They're filling in their mental scorecards as they make note of his job, her musical taste, the cut of his hair, the size of her waist. Why don't we give it a try? For we got nothing to lose. They were young and brave. Our love's as strong as the next. how she'd feel in his arms. He thinks she'd do for the night. They're not thinking of love. A moonlit night, the touch of a hand, the heat of a passionate kiss. Hey, this just might be the one. It's such a short fall into true love. And now there's talk of arranging parents to meet, and all of this came in only 2 weeks. Why don't we give it a try? For we got nothing to lose, and we're young and brave. Our love's as strong as the next. We are as good as it gets, and we're young and brave. How can we fathom the depth of commitment when infatuation involves all our thoughts? Are we so frightened of being rejected we grasp at relationships, damning the costs? And now they ride off into the sun to face a world on their own, with only blue skies above. Her hand in his hand on the wheel, a U-Haul filled with their stuff, a union blessed with an angel's touch, a set of dishes, a new flatware, $1,000 in the bank, a new credit card, a solid oak chair, and colorful drapes. Why don't we give it a try? For we got nothing to lose, and we're young and brave. Our love's as strong as the next. We are as good as it gets, and we're young and brave. Until next time, play free.